AladdinDAO is an investment DAO focused on yield farming curation opportunities. And we have a group of top DeFi experts who meet regularly to discuss the most interesting and valuable projects in the market. So Thomas Rush from Consensus Mesh is one of our DeFi big brains. Unfortunately, he cannot make it today. And so we will have his colleague, Patrick Lee from Consensus Mesh, to present Stargate. So I'll pass it to you, Patrick.
Okay, thanks for the introduction, Charlene. Like the reason I want to present Stargate is this time is because as you guys may notice that so first of all, lots of the other DeFi yield farming opportunity like lendings, regular LP pool, the yield is pretty low right now. Basically all the chains. So compared with this like regular lending LP protocols, bridge protocols usually offers higher yields. But at the same time, the bridge protocol is also vulnerable to a lot of attacks. So like you may notice that even in the early August, the Nomad bridge got hacked and lost a lot of funds. So that's why I want to take these opportunities to talk more about the bridge protocols and how to do the yield farming on the bridge protocols, as well as how to better understand the risk, the hacking risk, smart contract risk, when you are interacting with bridge protocols. So maybe let's start from very beginning. So basically for lots of the like layer one blockchains, like the Ethereum Avalanche, for example, one of the reason we have so many layer one chain right now, which we call a multi-chain world, is because there's no a single chain can solve the L1's trilemma issues. So the trilemma means the three characteristics decentralization, scalability, and basically the security, right? So a very good chain should be able to meet all these three requirements. It's decentralized enough, and it's secure enough, and it can be durable enough. But unfortunately, there is no one layer chain can meet them all at one time. Like for example, Ethereum is relatively secure and it's decentralized enough because there are a lot of.
So the second page. Yeah. This guy here. Yeah. Do you see it? Patrick, you're muted. Yeah. Can you hear me now? Or? Yes, I can hear you now. Cool. Yeah. So if you look at the second page, yeah, this is just a overview. We talk about Stargate cross-chain bridge and innovative algorithm is a delta algorithm I just described. And then if you are doing yield farming, you can get the reward token as TJ tokens, no lockup period. And if you want to withdraw, you can withdraw immediately. Yeah, and then if you go to the next slides, the page 3. Yeah, so this is the TVL I'm talking about. You can see when it launched in around March 2022, the TVL quickly jumped to the 4 billion. And then we started seeing this liquidity crisis in the whole crypto world. So you can see the TVL dropped significantly, but that's because of the market environment. And then if we fast forward to the end of August, you can see the TVL jump from around 200 million to almost 490 million, almost 500 million. That's because of the Binance. They decided to list the STG token, so the price just jumped and TVL jumped. If you go to next page, yeah. So this is the chain the Stargate supports right now. You can see the biggest share is still Ethereum, and then Arbitrum, Avalanche, Polygon, BSC, Optidium, Phantom. So which means if you want to do the cross-chain transfer among these chains, Stargate is a good choice, and you can also provide liquidity on these chains. And then if you go to the next page, the page 5. Yeah, so here I show the APY for USDC on each chain. You can see it's a range from the 2% to 5.8%. So if you look at this one, I have to say like Avalanche. If you want to stake and you have the USDC on Avalanche, that's probably a good pool, which has a high liquidity, 66 million. APY is 3.85%, so not bad, right? Although the Phantom has the highest APY, but Phantom is, to be honest, is a dead DeFi chain right now, to be honest. So, like, I really don't recommend you have too much exposure to the Phantom. Yeah, if you go to the last page, yeah. So here is the security and audit I talked about. So Stargate has 3 audits conducted by the ZalQ, QuantStamp, and Leak. And basically you can see all the audit report confirm that there's no critical issues. And also the only high risk found by the Zalic and QuantStamp is addressed by the Stargate. So at least like right now there is no obvious bug or concerns in the Stargate, but like every time you interact with the DeFi protocols, like always need to stay cautious, try to diversify your allocations. Don't put all of your money into just one protocol. Like, I mean, the Nomad bridge is a good example. Like, its audit report is also perfect. There is no existing issues. But then in early August, when the Nomad started upgradation, the developers they initialized one of the route to the 0x00, which caused the issues that the transfer doesn't need to verify some important information. So then got hacked. So that's purely a bug introduced during the upgradation process. So like you never know what kind of the hack, what kind of bug will cause the fund loss. So always stay cautious, but all in all, Stargate is still relatively safe bridge protocol, basically. Yeah. So any questions, guys, on the Stargate?
Hey, Patrick, I am looking at the tokenomics on CoinGecko for Stargate. Here, I'll just post it.
Yeah.
No, you won't. You got rejected. Rejected.
Yeah, and I think he's been kicked from Voice too.
Let this be a lesson to everyone. No helpful links.
Yeah, don't poke links.
Well, maybe we'll take another question while Linero is trying to beg forgiveness. I would ask maybe about the STG token. I don't really know anything about it. Obviously, they're paying this token out in rewards. Why should it have any value?
Yeah. Yeah, that's basically it's a tokenomic design. So first of all, it's like I mean, it's a it's a reward token, right? So as you have that, you can sell it. There is a liquid market for you to sell. So that's the first thing, and second thing, it will be the governance token of the Stargate. So if you have that, you can basically vote in any proposals to adjust like for example, the APY, the rewards allocations for the protocol, and most importantly, Stargate is trying to be a omni-chain bridge, which means it want to be the foundation for a lot of the omni-chain DEX. So for example, like SushiSwap actually just launched the first omni-chain DEX upon the Stargate. When I talk about omni-chain DEX, which means if you want to like swap your AVE token, AAVE token on Ethereum to the, let's say, to the BNB token on the Binance chain, in the current infrastructure, you have to do this in many steps, right? So you have to, for example, first step is to transfer your AVE to the Binance Smart Chain, or even sell it to the stablecoin and transfer to the Binance Smart Chain, and then fund another DEX on the Binance Smart Chain, and then switch your AVE or stablecoins for the BNB token. So you can see there are a lot of the many steps and many clicks. But what omni-chain DEX is trying to do is that they want to implement this transfer in just one single UI with a single click. So in the omni-chain DEX, you can just select, okay, I want to swap my Ethereum's AVE to the BSC's BNB. Okay, one click, done. And then what happens behind the sign is that the omni-chain DEX will basically go through the Stargate, do the crowd transfer, and then return the final tokens you want. SushiSwap just announced this announcement with Stargate, and then we expect more and more DEX will probably use Stargate as omni-chain infrastructure. So if there is more and more partnerships announced in the futures, STJ tokens will likely allows you to determine, okay, what kind of features you want to vote to implement first, because like Stargate is gonna be the foundation, and if you have a voting power in the Stargate, you're gonna to like decide a lot of things in the like brand new omni-chain DEX world. Yeah.
Thanks. Linero, do you want to try again? And Pizzy1, you've got an open mic.
Yeah, I learned, I guess you cannot post a URL in chat or you get locked out. I don't know if you answered this already, but the question that I was asking before I got locked out was all around the SCG emissions, like, or I guess just broadly the tokenomics. Where is that coming from? Oh, did you answer it already?
Yeah, I just I have to summarize that into, so first of all, the tokenomics is basically to support which direction the Stargate will go as the foundation for the new omni-chain DEX world. So like, I mean, in the omni-chain DEX world, there will be a lot of the design issues and economical allocations. So let's say if like when a new DEX, omni-chain DEX, they want to integrate the Stargate, how much they are going to pay the Stargate, how the fee attributions, allocation, stuff like that. So if you hold the STJ tokens, you will have a word in deciding all of this, basically. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to make you repeat it any more than that already, because I got locked out, which is why I missed it all.
Yeah.
I have the question. posted my link and then got locked out for 2 minutes, which is apparently it's a lifetime in DeFi. So
right.
Exactly. Yeah, I hope you learned your lesson, Linero. That's public shaming for you.
It really was public shaming.
Yeah, and also, yeah, maybe another point just came to my mind, and I want to talk about is right now, a lot of focus is on the merge for sure, right? On the Ethereum merge. But I mean, like after the merge, I think the needs for the multi-chain world and even the layer two chains like the Arbitrum, Optimism, Polygon stuff, like the demand will still be high and still be there, even if the after merge and then after surge stuff like that, like Ethereum changed to the POS chain and then they started the sharding and they improve the efficiency, reduce gas fee stuff like that stuff like that. There still gonna be a lot of the space for the L2 and other chains like Avalanche, Solana, stuff like that. And the reason is just because of the ecosystem developed on this chain, on this like native layer one chains, has become big enough to have a decent size of community. So like you like prior, like I mean like long time ago, maybe a lot of people are just they are just Bitcoin maximized, someone just like native in Ethereum. But right now we saw a lot of people like native in, they will say I'm native in Avalanche, I'm native in Polygon, stuff like that. Like even before the Luna crash, a lot of people really like the Terra chain, right? So because like community right now is so diversified and each chain have a large community, a large audience, the needs for the bridge will always be there, and there are a lot of challenge for the bridge to solve as well. So they're still waiting for a bridge which can solve that trilemma, which means they can make sure the native assets is swapped, is transferred across chains. The first one, second one is that there's unified liquidity. Liquidity is enough so that there is no slippage. The last one is guarantee on receiving the token on destination chain. So going forward, I think the bridge still gonna be a focus for development. They will be a focus for the VC. They will be a focus for the DeFi farmers. They will be a focus for the eventually after like the multi-chain world with easy cross-chain ability, basically. Yeah.
Okay. Patrick, are there other bridges that you're tracking?
Yeah, I basically like track all other bridge. Like I mean, the Nomad actually is one of my favorite before because it also have the it's also used by the Connect router. The Connect router is also a bridge which offers very high APY, like 8 to 15%, but its messaging layer is using the Nomad, but Nomad got hacked. So both the Nomad and Connect router is I have to say like at least temporarily out of game. And then I track like the C bridge, AnySwap. Like I mean, these are traditional bridge which are using that lock and mint model I talked about. So basically, you'll have to lock your assets on the source chain and then you get a mint token on the destination. But that design is subject to a lot of the attacks. So I'm not feel comfortable with. And then even for a lot of official bridge, right? So Avalanche has its official bridge, and then OP have its official bridge. Polygon have its official bridge. So for the official bridge, a lot of the issues is the waiting time. So for example, if you are doing transfers on the Optimism, like you need to, because it's using the Optimism rollup, you have to wait like almost 7 days when you are trying to withdraw the token from OP back to the Ethereum. But then if you use the Stargate, like you just need to wait 5 to 10 minutes or at most like 15, 20 minutes, you will get the transfer down. So although I'm tracking a lot of the bridge protocols, I would still recommend you to use the Stargate for the chains that it support. And besides the Stargate, another really good chain is actually the Rainbow Bridge, built for the transfer between Ethereum Near protocols, Near and Aurora blockchain. Near protocols. The reason I also like that it's I have to say like maybe even more safe than the Stargate, because it had blocked 2 attacks since May. So there is an attack like hack in the May and in August, but the Rainbow's bridge watchdog quickly identify this blocks the attacks and cost the attackers hackers, I think like 15 or 20 ETH, things like that. So like I really like these two, like Stargate and Rainbow Bridge. Maybe my first criteria is always the safety, on the bridge. So yeah.
Thanks.
No problem.
Well, Charlene, what do you think? Are there any other questions for Patrick about Stargate and bridges?
Terrible connection for me today as well, and been on and off a few times. So do people still have further questions?
Doesn't sound like it.
I'll have to thank Patrick for the comprehensive presentation on Stargate. And thank you everybody for your attendance. And that's coming to the end of the hour. And so finish it here today.
Thanks, Patrick.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Patrick. Really awesome.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Patrick.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
You guys.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.